I pray to God you're Asian. All right. Okay. Thank God. Thank you, Kevin. You know, as a white person, I get a little nervous sometimes. There's a. Uh, I just make me sound much. Hey, that's too funny, man. All right. Oh my God. All right. Wow, what an exciting weekend, dude. Talk about a pump up the jam. Oh yeah, I don't watch them, but man, I tell you what, I love watching the clips afterwards. Yeah, that'd be wild. Well, Zebo, I saw that, but you know that we had a market pullback in response to that, like last week. That's what the headline was. It was like market pulls back on Trump tariff threats. But yeah, I mean, dude, as an American dude, this shit's getting wild. This man just started war with every fucking neighboring country. It's awesome. I love it. All right. What? Oh, I know, dude. I know, baby. Oh, ni hao, ni hao. All right. Some contracts. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what everybody else grabbed. Why is my? Is anybody else brokerage loading? Yeah, I actually just bought 4 packs of coffee yesterday. Hmm. Yeah, Baba 95s is what we got. Don't don't start a riot. Uh, all right, cool. Ivy, we let the gang know we're live and we shall commence. I'm gonna grab a liquid death. What happened? All right, everybody, we ready? Okay, okay. I forgot what I was gonna say, so it's over with now. That's good. um, yeah. All right. So, um, I hardly ever do this, but I'm gonna read some headlines. So hopefully everybody is here because I think this stuff is relevant. And obviously, I'm not one to read the news, but I think we should know what is going on in terms of sentiment. It's too juicy. So, first thing, Chinese AI startup DeepSeek rocketed global technology stocks, raising questions over America's technological dominance. Chip related stocks, NVIDIA and ASML, are leading the plunge. Donald Trump also rattled overseas markets by announcing sweeping tariffs on Colombia before abruptly pulling the threat after reaching a deal on the return of deported migrants. The move sent the Mexican peso and South African rand lower. Treasuries are rallying with investors flocking to safer assets. The 10-year Treasury yield fell as much as 10 basis points for 4.52%, the lowest since January 2nd. Haven currencies, including yen and Swiss franc, rose. Got to remember that. China's economic activity unexpectedly faltered, breaking the momentum of the recovery sparked by stimulus measures, underlining the need for Beijing to do more to prevent another slowdown. The Euro area economy subpar performance is convincing the ECB that it can further loosen the shackles on growth by lowering interest rates this week for the fourth straight meeting. So, pretty big news. Now, just a deeper look into this AI noise. The catalyst, the release week of the latest version of DeepSeek and AI assistant from Chinese startup that has rocketed to the top of the download charts in the app stores. Pundits are writing about the model, saying it compares favorably to ChatGPT while running on less advanced chips. So, pretty big stuff there. Going into our ETFs, we saw a fucking huge dumpy, right? Big old dumpy. And if you want to look at it this way, pretty damn close to where we kind of placed our cost basis target, right? Since then, we have bounced, and we could go ahead and definitively, everybody, so this is not a question in my mind, is just where I go up. Above 599.75, the previous resistance that we had to break out previously and what we have gapped down underneath has to be surpassed, where the same price targets and resistances that we traded before will be present, right? 602.60, 604. Now, this big scary dump, right, leaves behind a lot of empty space, which obviously we thrive off of. So looking into today, and again, we still have a big fucking week ahead of us. we haven't even gotten started, and we're already seeing a big move, and a move that basically can say, Qs, SPY, we're breaking that downtrend, and while SPY went into all-time highs, right? Qs, on the other hand, and I did grab contracts last week. I grabbed 10 just as a hedge for some of the random positions I have. With those three, and I did mention, the three rejections, sitting right here, this is definitely a position where we could potentially dump with empty space underneath us. And lo and behold, here we are, right? So today, we're going to be trapped here. And I'll get rid of all this, Jesus. We're going to be trapped in here, right? So that's one. That's what you're holding above, right? And this is not much of a range, right? But we're going to give it the box. And that's our 517 mark, right? So 520 is where we could start to see some sense of a recovery. So am I jumping the gun off of a big gap down? Is this going to drive a lot of volume into the market? Yes. Does it promise an immediate reversal with all of the data coming towards the week? No. So be on your best behavior if you are watching this. And remember, lower time frame setup first. So if we can surpass the open high, go for it, right? Use those previous resistance and targets. 528 inevitably will likely get retested. All of America is here. Maybe. All right. So last one, IWM, not as a significant pullback, right? In fact, I would say out of all of them, this one held up the best, sitting right beneath that box. And this is actually, I didn't know that this was going to happen, but the target to the downside was 225.35, right? And the floor above us was 227. So moving down here, super clear, right? Even opens up the potential for a punchback, which might be a little bit lackluster, but still, there's a small box up here at a target of 232. So ETFs, okay, right? Just make sure you do have to use the lower time frames today. All right, so going into China. Cool. This is everything I wanted and more. Now, it's just the start. And to answer your question, because I know I'm going to get it, am I leaving runners? Of course. Of course. Then we put the customer on the grill. All right. 94 is that first target, right? Today, the goal is to try our best to stay above 90.89. Is there room to take profit? Of course. Right? Is there a gap up above at 92.32, 38? Yep. So we are now looking for the wall. Right? Good punch back, good move. Yes, secure some profit, but this is absolutely somewhere where as long as we hold, I'm hanging on. Right? It's Monday. So take that sense of urgency and cram it. All right. Yeah, thank you guys for liking the live on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Good morning. All right. So other than that, let's see here. SoFi. Fucking bastard. I got 1450s. It wicked off of 15. So, was I right about the rejection? Yuck. But, unfortunately, it was not enough. So, I am preying on SoFi's downfall, as the kids would say. So, underneath, stay down below $17, right? This is not a candle you want to flip in reverse, because that will drive this mother higher. But it is the structure below us that we bounced off of that I want to go ahead. Now that we filled our empty space, retested the open candle at 1682, I'd like to see that fade down, and I'd like to see us at 1450, my price target. I'm going over this because I took it, and I think some of you guys did as well. So, all right. That is it from me this morning. I do have some things, again, on the watch list going into this week. A lot of these are earnings trades. TMUS, TSLL, IBM, Marvel, Airbnb, AMD, MU. And I added this one myself, Geo Group. Right? Big retest off of cost basis underneath us. Now, is this the most piece of shit stock on the planet? Of course. Yes. Does it have to do with imprisoning Americans for profit? Yes. Am I going to try to steal some money out of it? Well, of course. So I'm watching this one on a lower time frame. It built boxes on both sides of this trade. I am looking for a floor recovery. And this is kind of one of those things where I might grab a little bit of a longer expiration, like a borderline leap. But I do have it on the radar. So I am watching it. Now, why? Now, I don't react to news very often. I don't read a lot of stuff like pertaining stocks. But I do know, as fucked up as it is, and it almost borderline morally doesn't make me want to fucking trade it. But if I can take some money away from it, then I'll fucking give it to the dudes who live next door. And a lot of my neighbors and some of my friends. But this is one where there's a lot of money being put into it, but the CEO is basically looking at the fact that a lot of these nations are not. This is from their mouth, not mine. That a lot of deportations are not able to go through. So where do we house these individuals? Yeah, you guessed it. That's fucked up, right? So we're looking at the CEO announcing that this is a unprecedented opportunity, end quote, which has got to be one of the most fucked up things on earth. So this is me trying to extract some money out of this motherfucker and donate it to fucking families that are being affected by this garbage. So anyway, that's Geo Group. That's it for me. If you guys have requests, drop them in the live trading chat. please. I do hope that you watched the YouTube video from Friday and Sunday before you ask for a request. If you didn't watch it and you're dropping a request, please do that next time. Because a lot of these things gap down, so of course an update is needed. But a lot of the tickers you guys are asking for, we do them on Sunday. So thanks, Pixie. Sorry, couldn't help myself. All right, so SoFi down. Now I just went over this one. You got it, man. We got it. We just have to wait. So 1, 2, 3 off the top, dropped off the floor, did leave a gap, right? And that's the biggest danger here, is that we've left gaps, right? We've got a box here up above. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm trying not to curse. Oh, well, I did discover why I got that warning. On one of my live videos, I put 4 kids. So for like an hour there, I showed up on kids' channels, which, yeah, that's not good. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Forgot to switch the settings, so we're good now. We can say bad words. Did it had earnings this? No, it doesn't. It has earnings later in the week. Yeah. So with UPS, and this is one that I went over last night. We are sitting at cost base. I don't like it a lot. In terms of good setups going into earnings, like it has a fuck ton of structure above it, which typically means you need a lot of volume, a lot. So looking at this one, it is on the right track on the weekly, looking at a weekly punchback to try to go and attempt to grab 140. So with this week, right, you need to go ahead and make that trigger go. And you're sitting up against it here this morning. So, like everybody should be doing, what is above and what is below? Stay above 130.50, break over 134. All right. INTC. Yeah, another one that has empty space up to 23.50. It bounced off of cost basis as we talked about, and is now sitting back up against that $21 wall. So not a terrible setup going into earnings now, right? Obviously, this needs to hold, and you need to go and move through that box. Hold on one second. Travel. You know, it's funny. I just went to go to the other Discord and be like, "Where are you at?" And Ivy already did that too. That's crazy. I think she knows me better than I know myself. All right, Lulu. Um, tempted to give it the whole wick, even though you don't have multiple points of contact off of said wick. The way that this is going to go, and it's like you kind of need to zoom in a little bit. You need to have a candle closing 4 hour above or at 405. And then you're going to make another attempt on these wicks, which would be your third time. And then you do, thankfully, have empty space and a target of 440 directly above you, OG Poppy. So AAP. Excuse me. Potter, full commission if you help me sell this fucking dog. Oh my god. All right, Plunger. Um, how much for the fucking dog, dude? I don't want the. I don't. I'm at the point now where I'm about to get another dog or get rid of one. All right. I don't think so, man. You know what's happening right now? Every single animal, save for the chickens, is in my office right now. Doing what? Staring at me from one corner, staring at me from the desk, and sleeping. I feel like it. My cat. Yeah, they're busy. They're doing their job. Yeah, 5K. That's a pricey dog. Does that dog come with stock options? Plunger? SPX stock options? AAP, it's approaching the wall for the third time. And this is where, it's simple, but it's also waiting. You need to see that break. I see 51, right? And oddly enough, let's see, what's above you is just straight up empty space. You don't have any triggers. Hmm. And you're fighting to reclaim this wall floor. So I think just starting with that, right? $50 is going to be your first target, and $50 is what needs to be closed above this week. And then everybody should be watching this because 58 would then be the target. So earnings be all, SoFi could flip it and reverse it. So Mara is now in a bad place. It actually gapped down, touched the top of a tiny lower time frame box right over here. Perfect example, right? I'm probably giving it too much. I think it's actually literally like that, but yeah, it is because that's technically a group of candles all opening up within the same range. So you're bouncing, right, directly off of 1870, and this morning you are fighting to reclaim 19. So the analysis here is, to me, very simple, right? You're looking for a pre-market high break 1925 to go fill your gap to 18 or 1987, right? Now, if you can punch back, you then have a target of 2160. So, not terrible. How old is dog? Uh, his or mine? My dog is 2 years old or a year and a half. She's got, I mean, it's not her fault. She's a German Shepherd, but like the obsession stuff has almost got me killed. I last night I went up the stairs. At the very top of the stairs, she's waiting. It's cute. She jumps up and puts her paws on my chest and nearly pushes me down the fucking stairs. I was like, all right, is this homicidal or love? Because she said, back down there, feed me. I'm not really sure. Ask Sean. All right. I did, yeah. Yeah, I got 10 contracts. Not a lot, man, but I saw it this morning. I was like, fuck. I could have grabbed 10 more. But, damn. Damn. Yeah, those are gonna. Yeah, post those motherfuckers. That's gonna be beautiful, dude. I think one day they're gonna allow for pre-market trading with well, one day. I mean, they're already trying to do the 24-hour trading, so but I don't think it applies to options. Yeah, that'd be great. So I can just stay up all fucking day. I don't want that at all. Yeah, I've got children. Yeah, there's no need for sleep. Yeah. You might see shadow people. Teeth loss. That's funny. I'm not a big fan. You popped up, you hit 448, you're pulling back underneath what you originally broke out from. I would say watch the open at 529 first. If that breaks, I would say a target of 424, which is this top. If that punches through, sure, more down. Chewy, what's up? Welcome to the Discord, dude. Chewy. All right, so this thing is working it out. And with the gap down over the weekend, obviously that puts a wrench and things, but you left a gap, so that's good. As of this morning, right, and we can really map this out pretty perfectly. So we're gonna give it the box over here to our left because there's a box separate here. And where are you at? You're sitting on 37.85, which is the top of the box, which again, you're already bouncing. So I would look for a gap fill, right? If by some chance this makes it need more volume, watch for this. I think that would play I think that would play into this. Kind of sideways right there, and then we can move up. UA down happens below 102. 102 and then 101.50 is your two levels underneath you. 101.50 is big. That's what really needs to be broken down below. So while on the 24-hour, it definitely has the starting line for that mark, and then you're sitting on top of this red candle. That's what has to be broken. Once it is, though, I don't hate the setup. It actually, I mean, this is a large box, but yeah, I could see first target of cost basis at 97. Hmm. I mean, knowing how much China or these Chinese folks created that Chat GPT for, and then looking at how much Sam Altman is trying to get out of the stock market from this, that's diabolical. What was it, like $4 billion? I think they made it for like 6 million. That's insane. Fuck. That's a redonkulous amount of money. Apparently, for the cost of one of the executives, right? Top executives from ChatGPT or OpenAI, is this, it costs exactly as much as it did to create the whole Chinese chat whatever. That's fucking crazy, bro. One executive's pay created a similar version, if not maybe better. But that's, I think, a product of a capitalistic society. Of course, right? The double-edged sword. All right, Apple needs a punch back over 224.28 in order, and it's a good bounce, like your hold. You need to be over that to go gap fill. Honestly, this is not a terrible setup for a lower time frame trade, and there does seem to be a little downtrend here. What's that? Interesting. That's probably just expanding, but we'll leave that alone for now. So above 225.24, I would be looking for a gap fill up to 229.47. ELTR. Alex's channel. Oh, Alex disconnected? Okay. Is his internet? We're gonna start upgrading. Still buying what? Oh, you're okay. You're all right. My offer is to both of you, if you guys want to upgrade your internet, but we'll start working on upgrading Alex's setup too as well a little bit, especially after March. After March, I've spent like 20 grand on this wedding. What the fuck? And there's only not even that many people coming. It's not. That's cheap. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, 20,000 is a lot, and you guys think that we shouldn't spend any more? Thanks. Well, oh, I've actually heard that. Yeah, but they look fun as fuck, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, let me slide, dude. I'll wear the outfit and everything, dude. I'll look. Yeah.
Dude, my first divorce cost me more than your wedding.
You gotta be kidding me. That's insane. I mean, we're paying 5 grand for a photographer. Um, I think I'm paying like right paying. Never mind. I'm not gonna bring her into this. Um, yes, it's a lot. I actually didn't really understand that one, but I mean, she's got good photography, but fuck.
As soon
Um,
as you tap the wedding and everything is up 100%. It's just how they do it.
yeah, yeah. The food isn't actually that bad, so
Are you feeding everyone with DoorDash?
am I feeding them with bird off?
DoorDash.
Oh, a DoorDash. I was like, bird off? What the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm gonna DoorDash. No, we have a catering company. They're making steak, chimichurri sauce, and that's all I remembered out of the menu because that's what sounded good to me.
Did you find them on DoorDash?
I did, yeah. I was like, hey, they cater. I told Pate we should cater with 5 guys, but she was like, for real? All right, POTR above pre-market highs at 75, 75.81. Obviously, is the bottom of that green candle, and that's where you could potentially go for a gap fill. It doesn't have a higher time frame setup, but as you move into the lower time frame, it does show its skin. So you use this box range wisely. It looks like you bounce off of this. So yeah, I could see a reversal and a retest. That's a good day trade. All right, PayPal downside. I travel very far. Old cost base is coming in handy, right? And you have moved through it multiple times, but when you moved through it, you left no structure, right? So let's look. The wick is off at the bottom, right? The floor is similar to this. So under that wick right there, for sure, I would go ahead and find that one a short play. But at the same time, this is lurking above with a gap, so I would be remiss if I didn't advise a little bit of caution, I suppose, in intraday price action until this thing gives you a good solid candle closes a gap at 89.11. When I look at this, immediately my eyes say channel. There you go. All right. Marvel. Just that's fucked, right? Big.
So much empty space.
A lot. Wow. 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 Might have to trade Marvel, yo. I like that. Love that. Maybe not today, but its day will come. 105.82. Gap up above, but that doesn't have to fill now. But you did bounce, and you're showing that bounce already this morning. Okay, so finer details are showing me that this floor right here across the board is what we are rejecting. So above your pre-market 110.65, we have a potential to go and retest 114.87. And that's where I would be debating on whether or not it has the momentum and juice to get you back up to 124. The contrary is obviously a move to 99.50. So it looks it's got the potential, but it's definitely going to be something I'd probably wait for, unless it can make that move today. All right. So this is close to what we were talking about already happening, right? Pop down to the floor, 380. You're bouncing, right? I wouldn't be surprised if, in order to hang on to this box. I think the inevitable play here is down, right? But it would be that we're opening up on the floor. You're already turning green. So I would say for right now, watch the gap fill, right? The gap fill first. And then you have a floor of 411. If you can go, and this is your job, you need to watch what happens when it hits the floor above. That's what's going to really matter. Is because okay. All right, hold on 1 second, everybody. All right. Oh. Oh, disguised Joker. You don't have to. Yeah, I don't know how to take off the subscription for YouTube. You don't have to do that, man. I appreciate the support and stuff, but I don't want you guys having to spend your money. I don't get on YouTube enough. I mean, I'm on every day now, but yeah, I don't get on YouTube enough. You know, I don't want you guys thinking I'm doing like extra shit. So if you want me to refund you that, dude, just hit me up. I appreciate it though. I really do, but yeah, not needed. So, all right, no more requests after this one. Um, well, from TikTok. Yeah, you're good, man. I just, I mean, I can hang on to it and we'll take it off if you join or something. But all right, Airbnb. Okay, So that's already happening. You've bounced off of the candle bottom. I misplaced this line, I will admit. So I would say right now you're looking for a bounce and a retest of the floor that you broke down from, which is going to be at 127. How and in these areas, it's how you respond. Now I will keep it 100. You also have, right, empty space above. So if there is a chance, right, of any sort of recovery, it would be on a candle closed floor and then taking advantage of the rest of that empty space up above. So yeah, your sticker looks cool though. Do I think that chips pull the market down? I think they did. The question is, how fast are we going to ban Chinese AI, so that we can maintain dominance in our own country for profits? While also just finding out that, Sam Altman is just like every other CEO. Coke, rejection off of the 50% mark again. So unfortunately, you're in between two triggers. Your trigger's down here, one, and that would be underneath 62 and underneath 61.75, and then above 62.83. It's going to take its time, though. All right, let's split this bad boy up. How many people took Baba? Who in the Discord took Baba?
I took it.
I'm in. Cool.
I did.
Cool.
I'm in.
Cool. F Baba. Sometimes we F Baba. Sometimes Baba F's us. So.
Crazy that news comes out when the chart looks like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like they know.
They do. DJ,
Stop, drop the news.
what's up? Welcome. All right, we got 10 minutes. I'm going to repeat my little speech here. We had a big daily move on all of our ETFs. Okay? So it's almost like you're waking up and the day's already done. Can we move within that candle? Yes. But remember, a lot of data is coming towards the end of the week. So after a big move, what is everybody going to be doing this morning? They're going to be chasing, right? This is an emotional open. So don't lead with emotions. Lead with the system. If it's not a punchback, if it's not breaking candle close out of structure, and then when it comes to the contracts, if you swung, exactly, sell it to the dorks. Go ahead and look at your chart. What is above and what is below? So if you're worried about your positions or whatever the case may be, look for structure above and below. Know what you need to go and break. Know what you need to hold above or below. So I'll be right back. By the way, I got a new cord for my mic, and it's 25 feet long, so nobody will ever say anything.
Oh no.
So beautiful. Somebody's mic is open. Ivy, if you mute them, if they don't know. All right, I'll be right back.
Someone tell my mama I'm probably in Camp Granada. I know you wasn't proud of me, now I'm getting that Prada. I know I shot a lot of Hakuna Matatas out, but not giving fucks was masking a larger bout. Not having my father around like that ain't the real reason your nigga done bought a pound. They say if he get fly, we'll promptly have shot him down. Well, fuck him. Oh, fuck him all. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. One of these days I'm on. One of these days I'm on. Shout. Yeah. Ain't nothing to worry. Ain't nothing to worry about. Ain't nothing to worry. Ain't nothing to worry about. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Like one of these days, man, I swear I'm in the heart of it. Let it taste the arsenic. Ain't slept in weeks. I need a Z's like Parks and Rec. Ain't there yet, but you can start the check. Start it, nigga. A year or two for the pickup. Look into my eyes, just seeing when shit get rough. Life's scary, I'm never having the hiccups. Got a big list of shit I'm getting sick of. And the bottom, it reads, what is it? What is it? It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. One of these days I'm on. One of these days I'm on. Shout. Yeah. Ain't nothing to worry. Ain't nothing to worry about. Ain't nothing to worry. Ain't nothing to worry about. Ain't nothing to worry. Ain't nothing.
Have you taken the Potter Box workshop? Okay.
Take a look at Rivian. Pretty surprised.
Yeah, I looked at saw my piano this morning. It's not dying yet. It actually has a lot of empty space up above it and a third tap on a channel, folks. So maybe not something terrible, cheap, and low risk to put on your watch list. I see a move all the way up here to 1420. So take that. Oh, you won't take it.
Oh, you gotta check out Oklo.
Oklo? You said Oklo? I didn't hear him.
Hey Potter, I was thinking
Okay,
about
LM.
getting my grandma a membership. Is there a senior discount?
Are you serious?
Yeah, the thought crossed my mind.
Why don't you just let your grandma use your account?
I was just trying to get grandma to get him a cheaper price.
I had never thought about it, but I will think about it. Yeah.
I just think it's an untapped market, you know, senior citizens trading options.
I will think about it. I've never had that question. I'm sorry. I'm a little surprised.
We have one too many senior citizens in here already. Philly.
How old are you, Philly? Like 60 or something like that?
That's crazy.
He's got his AARP card.
He's super unk.
Hey Potter, can you make the senior age like 30? Thanks.
All right, everybody, 1 minute.
Yeah, my grandma's my age.
Your grandma's your age. All right, guys. Remember, Baba can be trimmed. And again, when you move down here into the hourly time frame, we do have empty space below us and that gap. I really don't want to see this one pull back too far. 90 is kind of my limit here, but it does have a nice 15-minute punchback that it could possibly go and secure. So. For real? Give it a second for them to update. I gotta get priced in.
Yeah, because these option contracts.
Jesus fucking Christ, Q's. See that green candle right here? 15, 12, 72. Eyes up. Watch that floor. Okay, well maybe this is terribly priced.
I'm up 325% on my SPXS calls that I've had for 2 weeks now, and they finally took off.
Yeah. Spy our Q's floor now. Clearing the floor. It's 5 minute. That's a box. I'd be aiming for the imbalance of 515.65 if this punchback is secured. I have SoFi up right now, bro. No, my Babacon or no, I don't think they. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing a bid or an ask open up for these yet.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in Baba. Baba's never done this.
Give it a second. I have faith.
I've never seen it take this long.
Yeah.
Is your chain even moving?
No.
No.
But it will. Just give it a second.
Go ahead and sell yours, Jorge, so that way ours will go up.
Let me set the bid, or let me set the ask at 100. Just see what happens. Careful, there is an immediate resistance on the Qs at 515, so eyes up at the 515.50, so. That's alright, give it a second, be patient.
Just turned my $55 contracts into 800 from SPY put swing.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, Qs definitely should have bought more.
What
Is it
did yours
just-
go to?
What was that?
What did yours go to? Those 510s.
I didn't have 510s.
Oh.
Yeah, Baba's okay. Baba's okay right now. Just the contracts have not updated. We're or being purchased or touched at all. Still got SoFi's.
There's something weird going on with that.
Just wait. It'll update as soon as it starts actually moving. It should update.
Daddy, chill.
Watch cost basis here on Baba. 15-minute. 1-800 I farted. Get out of here, dude. If you're shaking and you're up, hands off the account or go play a game. Grab the bag. Nobody stays inside of the bank after they rob it. Except for my uncle. I'm just kidding. He never robbed a bank. Yeah, I bought a boom boom stick. Y'all ever tried one of those things? I would love to rob a bank. If I could get away with it, yeah, I would definitely. Put that in the games channel, Meat Barn.
The senior should only get a discount on lifetime membership.
Yeah, there you go. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy, dude.
Well, this is one particular stock I traded overnight that's not registering.
We talking like it's not registered, like the contracts aren't catching up? You talking about Baba?
Yeah.
Yeah, us too, man. We're waiting. It's I don't know if there's just no volume on them yet, but just give it a second. Yeah, it's being slow. Oh, they just updated.
Yeah, mine updated.
There we go. Not bad. A little less than what I thought it was going to be, but we're not. It's just Monday, so.
Hey, Verizon, the 41 calls that I picked up Friday for 8 cents, they're up to 25 cents.
Come on, Bubba. Don't just touch cost basis and die. Well, it's up to you on whether you want to hold them until 0, and it either works or it doesn't. I'm not taking profit of 50%. So I'm not, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I seek to accomplish. Q's technically wicked out. So right now it's trying to hold cost basis. It did make a new high outside of the box, but. Dude, we gotta play a game, Meat Barn, dude. It's been too long. It's been 94 years.
Have you played Marvel Rivals yet?
Nah, man. It's too mainstream.
Did Baba win? Did we win?
It's no, not yet. We're winning, but not to the degree. What am I playing?
Gary, real quick on the SLLs. I tried to buy the 26. I'm not sure they're expensive on your end, but they're like $3 at the open.
Yeah, man. There's earnings week, so they're probably getting bought up.
Yeah.
Plus we're moving to the. You said $32 calls?
No, I was looking at the 26s. It's like right at the open.
Yeah, you might have to go further than that.
Yeah, no, I looked at the 27s. They're still like 253 ish. It's all good. I didn't put that in perspective.
Not liking this rejection on Baba here, folks. Watch a tap down here at 90.14. I'm still cooling. It's funny, the premiums are holding now.
You take some Google puts or no? That's a no.
No.
That's a no.
Hey, Dust, did you grab Google puts?
Underneath 90, folks, you can either hedge yourself or get out. It's completely up to you.
Okay.
Hey, Potter.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, on my Robinhood, I can't get out of my contract. Like, how do I don't understand why it's not letting me
Baba?
replace it.
On Baba or what? What are you talking about? Why is it? What do you?
I swung that 5 put and I put in an order to sell it, and then now it's not letting me replace my sell order.
Did it already sell? Go check it didn't already sell.
No, it didn't, because my account is moving like every time that the contract price goes up and down.
Okay. I mean, I'm not proficient in Robinhood enough to give you a good answer, but I would go check your orders.
No, just go to your page that shows all of your holdings, and up at the top it should show your order that's still pending.
Yeah,
like
so
right.
whenever I try to replace it, like I'll swipe it to replace it, it just loads and then it doesn't do anything.
Have you closed?
So you can't
I
click on it?
I would just
click on
close
it?
the whole account, close the whole app out, and then refresh or open it because it does that shit from time to time. Me too.
I just deleted my entire app and downloaded it back, and it's still doing it.
What the fuck?
Oh well, then
This is why we don't
screw
use
you, man.
Robinhood anymore.
That's why I don't use Robinhood. Right there, just another reason here. Fuck.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Looks like IWM might be closing that gap.
Tesla push.
Yeah, Tesla's going through the gap right now. Yeah, IWM, that's set up for a pretty nice day trade. Empty space 228.50. I want a higher time frame punchback on that thing.
Like Garrett, even on a SPY, like the 600s, they're $8.
Yeah, man. It's think about what this week. Huge earnings, huge data. Powell. Yeah, there's a lot.
Got some bull.
Yeah. So pros and cons here. Baba's falling fast. So I've got 89.65, and if we start breaking down through this small structure, folks, we're gonna go all the way back to 89 even. So, and that it just is what it is.
Fucking China.
It's all right.
I guess it's not that bad. I mean, I just got out of it, but from whenever I tried to get out of it till when I actually got out of it, it was like $40 because it was only one contract. But $40 over 10 contracts would have really pissed me off.
Baba's retesting that floor right now again, and you can see it double tap both floors. So now you know where you need to go.
Apple's really moving.
What'd you say about IBM?
It needs to punch back on that 4-hour box. It's that gap fill is the cost basis at 228.50. If it can punch through, it's got a 231 target.
Did you see Apple?
Yeah, let's move into that.
Contracts somehow are holding up though.
Yeah, they are holding up, which is Apple. Yeah, it might be. This is probably the time. You were looking for a gap fill up to 229.50 here. If you're at the wall for the third time, so yeah, I'd be aiming for the gap fill here, and my box is on. Yeah, gap fill, maybe a punch back. If you can punch back, then it opens. That's a whole new world.
Disney made its move up to the top of a box, and it looks like it's trying to push out of it.
Yo, did your SoFis pay at all?
A little bit, yeah, but I'm still hanging on to those right now, man. Yo, Snow with a crazy move today. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, Snow. Look at that move. The only way you can take it is above 177.48. Too far, too fast. Starbucks up against the wall again. MU gapped down. Neo. Quora. Meta.
Hey, on SoFi, are you still looking for downside? Or...
I'm watching it. Right now, it looks like it might go back up all the way and retest 16. So, hey, look at that, Blake. Dude, you started with 250, right?
shit like that, and it wouldn't let me out of the fucking trade. It froze up.
Oh
You
man.
mean your total count, right?
Huh?
Because Blake, you started with a really small account, didn't you? Last couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
2 weeks ago, I put $100 in it and said I was only going to take high probability trades.
There you go.
Keep
Awesome,
doing
man.
that.
How do you determine a high probability trade?
By using a system.
Clarity
Punchback.
and simplicity.
Potter gave me the. It's in a book of mine. Hold on, I gotta go find it in my truck though. Hold on.
Potter, you been handing out secret sauce?
I don't think so.
Yes.
Anybody in the queues off of that punchback? Just hit the imbalance. My back is hurting.
Hey, yo.
It is.
Take it. You are.
Damn, AT&T took off too.
Yeah, I think they had earnings.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I had a feeling a shit ton of stocks were gonna fly up this morning.
All right, so you got to remember that contraction leads to expansion. Focus on breaks of structure and target empty space.
That's beautiful, dude. There it is. There it is, right there. And just stick to that. Which means that you're going to be chilling. What is a violin?
Yeah, when he was reading that.
What did he just say? You gotta remember contraction equals expansion.
Contraction leads to expansion.
Contraction leads to expansion.
Like tight consolidation boxes with clear points of contact. That's like contraction, right?
Okay. I couldn't picture it in my head. So I was like, wait, what does that even mean? And then focus on breaking structure.
Yes. Yeah. Focus on a break of structure. Candle close outside of it.
And then what was the third thing?
I don't remember what he said.
Target empty space.
Oh, yeah. All right, folks. This is the last straw on Baba. Obviously, we've dumped really, really quickly. So the only hope here is that this drive down isn't something that's permanent. Because they could be driving this down much further and I will just get out. We're still green. It is what it is. This is literally just mental toughness. Gotta accept it. This thing has a retest all the way down to 87, potentially, so.
Hey, Garrett, so on the Qs and SPY, I'm watching both in the 1 hour. I have SPY closer to the gap fill than Qs. But structurally,
SPY is going to have a tougher time. But 598.85 and then basically 600.
All right, let me look at it in a 15-minute. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, yeah, you're right. Because I look far left on the Qs. There's empty space still behind that big dump.
Yeah.
Where SPY is more resistance. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Eres un amor.
Oh, mi amor.
Apple really doing that thing today, huh?
Yeah, it is. That's what we wanted when we took it. But it needed more tension. So the bottom of that green candle at 228.90. Your destiny awaits. Yeah, maybe Mako, it's back to F Baba again, huh?
I always liked Baba. But...
I'm not really mad at it though, you know. But obviously, I'm gonna do it again, right? 9 times out of 10, the contracts were not priced very well. Volume was low, but I'm gonna do it again. If the setup, I mean, right now I'm still in, but as soon as it breaks through that little tiny wall, I'm gonna get out. Thankfully, the contracts are holding up nice, so you probably get out at break even or with even maybe like 5 or 6%. But yeah, I'm not upset at this at all. It's disappointing, but I'm not torn up about it. So.
What's the target on IWM?
What'd you say?
What's the target on IWM?
On a punchback, 230.75, 231.
Baba could easily just keep gapping up.
That's one of the things that I'm trying to hold, because if we can recover today and just hold, then I'll swing it again.
Yeah, because when I had a Pinduo Duo like 12,000% move like a couple of a few months back, and it just gapped every morning up all week.
Yeah, it gaps up and then it'll pull back and then it will scare you and then it will gap up again. Yeah, you are correct, and that's the one tough thing about these Chinese stocks is they don't. If anything, there's more selling that happens, at the bell because they do gap up so crazy. So I'm still in SoFi.
Exactly. You gotta just let it. You gotta just let it cook.
Yeah. As long as it holds these levels today, because underneath it, there's too much empty space for me to hold any further, without me going red, and then I could just re-enter at the end of the day if I saw fit. But it's bouncing right now. It's doing what it's supposed to. I like that when it falls fast. I've switched my brain to I like big fast dumps or rips because it makes empty space.
I love a big fast
Go
dump.
shoddy, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Nah, I'm not going long on the video right now. It's still got it to this floor to go and recover, and more importantly, 129.55, 120, 130. That's where the trade opens up again. Apple. I'm curious to see how it responds here.
Half contracts have been priced themselves out for me. I'm not interested in it. They got earnings this week, and the contracts are fugly.
Yeah, we're gonna have to position ourselves really well. So.
I mean, you got to find any contracts under $50 on Apple. You got to go all the way up to like 250.
Fuck Apple. Yeah, what 229. You can see 234 today if it keeps his foot on the gas pedal. I don't want things to rip right now. I know that would be exciting, but I don't want this crazy rippage, because I want most of that to happen when the volume. Because if we whiplash too much going into these data points, then a lot of the times you won't move at all. It's always fun to watch.
Ooh, I'm a nut. New Potter box.
Zim's at that level.
Zoom.
Zim.
Oh, Zim. Yeah, yeah, that definitely hit an entry. Wait, hold on a second. Sorry about that.
Nice green candle on Sentinel 1.
I haven't left Baba DJ.
Baba, but Baba has left us.
Yo, right when that CEO got shot, Liquid Death put out a new flavor of like a drink, and it's called Dead Billionaire, and it's a lemonade. It's basically an Arnold Palmer, but I thought that was kind of diabolical, dude. Juice, if the risk to reward, and I'll probably end up doing TSLL. But what I'd like to see, and I like the bounce I'm seeing already, but what I would like to see is a fade or sideways price action, because these contracts are juiced. And the goal with Tesla is that and it's been in consolidation long enough that it can get it. But I would like to see the price of the contracts come down. But there's a good chance I'll probably do something on Tesla for earnings. Yeah, I know, dude. I saw snow earlier, man, and yeah.
I had some calls I picked up last week for swings into this week. They were down, but they're back green now. So
Jesus.
Yeah, crazy.
I wonder what news they have.
My GM calls for earnings are looking pretty good today. Still get in for this week, I think, pretty cheap.
Seeing
between 55 and 60.
Yeah. See a little bit of slowdown here on the Qs as we build a box on top of the box. And if you feel FOMO this morning, I do too. And here's what I'm gonna do. Absolutely nothing. I'm not gonna chase anything. I saw snow this morning. I knew it was just already looking at the contracts. It's gone. Baba's tickling our stop loss here. But I know that if I want to put myself in a good position, and especially with things slowing down already at 10 o'clock, that my attention, and I might even hop on here at around 2:30, 2:45, just so we can get a leg up on taking a scan over this market, because have perspective, right? This week is big, right? From earnings to data, and I'm repeating that because I want you guys to remember that in these moments where we kind of get sucked into these lower time frames and try to make a play, we want this to not go anywhere. If I'm being absolutely honest here, I don't want, maybe FOMC gives us a move back up. Like, that's something that we can start speculating on. And right now, does it look like the Qs have the momentum to do that? No. Do they have the momentum or grind to get higher and turn this candle green and get us up to 519.94? That's the goal. But just have perspective. Make sure that whatever. I mean, if the stock that you're watching is moving and just broke your entry, take your trade. But if you're waiting to take a trade, more or less, listen. Everybody in here that's celebrating or did get something, they swung it. Now, I will be honest with you, the Qs hedges I had, even though I only had 10 of them, they paid a lot. So I'm green for today, but Baba is, I would like to get out of Baba with no loss here, but.
Hey Garrett, can you look at you? It ended up holding this 4-hour box it's in. And kind of want to play the bounce.
If I'm being a,
Well, I mean, I'm already holding contracts from like last week. I was wondering if I should add more.
And you're playing it up?
Yeah.
So, I mean, over
that, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then
the gap fill.
well, even though you still have an imbalance, right? At 22.13. Yeah, because of this coming over here. So then gap fill, then empty space, then 22.81. So you're looking at $1 move. So that I don't know. I don't. Well, I just don't know. Is that worth you know better than I do right now because you're looking at it. But is it worth the risk to reward? And is the bigger picture really something that is setting up for something that where you could achieve that? Where the risk to reward would be worth it. So looks like there's a little channel action here or something like that. Yeah, the vault. I mean, if you look at how it moves, man, it definitely wicks out. So it'll give, but it has a hard time holding those or breaking on intraday. So a little rough there. Mm-hmm. That's okay. We're not on the kids channel for YouTube right anymore.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was my fault.
They do have earnings this week.
Who does?
Unity.
Oh, they do on Thursday. That's right.
Okay, well then we can look at it on the weekly, and that's a different perspective.
Okay,
cool. Yeah. Is it a great setup? Looking at it just at a glance, it doesn't look great. Does it have the tension, however, to make a move? I think that's where we go and look. Does it move, right, on earnings? That move is muted, reversed, and then flipped. No reaction. No, barely any reaction. I mean, 31 to 26 is kind of okay. Cost basis underneath you was created off of that bounce. Oh, no, did he? I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. Because even my kids, when they get home from school, or I mean, they've been home for 7 days. So, SPY is over pre-market highs. So I mean, oh my God. Oh no, dude. Thank God I'm not sharing my screen on TikTok or on YouTube. Is there a channel here or something? Something. Give me something. So I guess the pluses are that you're close to the channel bottom. I mean, I could see this going sideways even longer if you look at the potential range here, but it would have to be above 2255, and then that's a box right there with a 2480. So I could say maybe 2480, but like it's not a good setup. Yeah, it's very rough. So I'm keeping it 100 with you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Setups like this need incredible news, and then you can start being, like looking for outrageous targets. But you look at Unity's earnings, and it's just, but yeah, it's really after earnings. It seems like it picks a direction.
Sometimes maybe shit, sometimes maybe good. Maybe look at Nike for the fella that was asking.
Yeah, I'm about to. Damn, why are you rushing me, dude?
I wasn't. He had asked a couple times why you.
Do you see it up on my screen? I put it up on my screen. I was gonna do it next. Nope. You're grounded. Back to the farm. Okay. That sounded a little plantation-y of me. I need to calm down. Nobody clipped that. Proud of my little game. Took my little games on Baba. Didn't fall for FOMO and chase today. Listen, Mike. It's give yourself a pat on the back. Like legitimately, that needs to be a part of your reward system, and I hope it is, man. But I am proud of you, super proud of you, man. But give yourself a pat on the back. Be proud of yourself, man. That's really like what you're doing is going to translate into your real life. I mean, listen to yourself in a year from now. You'll see a difference. And I've heard similar things. Some people have gotten worse, but no, I'm just kidding.
He did good. He did good. He did what we should have done, but I was following Potter, and now I'm
What?
broke. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
Potter broke me because you.
It broke you. It hasn't even gone red. Has it?
So
How has it broken you? Let's talk about this. Let's dive deeper.
Yeah, let's dive deeper, dude. We need a psychoanalysis here. Emphasis on the psycho. Anyway, let's do Nike. Let's see. Weekly candles are looking good. Okay, so I'm going to start being a little bit more definitive here, because when I give you guys targets, I'm giving you a signal, right? Or helping you identify. So on a weekly time frame, because there's no wicks that are in, like I can see for sure that's another floor. They're all, there's some staggering around 75. I'm sure you'll probably experience that on the 24, but I would say 75, 76 is the floor up above you, right? Now, that's about all I can give you, because at that point, my analysis is recover the floor, go to cost basis at 77.50 and punch back, right? Where then you would be met with an overhead. And again, a part of being more definitive, I can see a lot of the traits of what would definitively make a box, right? A floor, right? Wicks off of cost basis, but there's only one rejection and there's only one bounce. So does it apply? Does it still work the same? For the most part, yes, right? But, and this is incredibly important, remember this. When you see a box or a range that looks like this on the weekly, but it's not clear, you simply move down, right? And you break down. That means that because they're so whippy like that, you're probably going to have to rely on things like this, right? So punch. I mean, it's got a lot of tension, a lot of volume up above it. So, and I've got that box all wrong. This should be right here. So, and there's that 77.75. It's selling the weekly. So it translates. Then we have a punchback floor, $80, right? And that would be where this box's top is. $80 should lead to cost basis, which is also the imbalance on the wick. And from there, right, we kind of lose traction, right, in terms of structure, because we thrive off of structure. That's why I stay away from structureless stuff. On top of this, we have a channel, right? And looking at this and the way that it moves, I can say 82.13 is a probable target here. But because it's at a trigger to punch back and there's nothing up above you, this is technically you whipping up on earnings and dumping down. So what is that? Empty space. So we're aiming for the top. Why? There's no box. So ultimately, there is a potential long-term $90 run. MU, big drop. If you guys notice, SPY is still holding below that floor. This is if you guys have sat on cash today, because again, one of the things that I want to point out here, we can't see it, but imagine this candle. Do you see how fucking big? I mean, look at that. You had a move from 608 to 589 and have bounced from basically 590 all the way a $7 move up to 597. Okay, you don't think maybe buyers are a little sweepy? A little tired? It does, but look how fast it dumps, how fast it rips. But now you're dealing with a 24-hour. It still has to have the volume to break over 599.75. And where do you think that volume is at, Mini Morning? If you guys want me to call you by your real name, just in parentheses, like next to your name, put a nickname or something. Juice, what this?
Give me the signal.
Oh my God. So if you want to make money, and this is something that when I say it, I don't doubt it, especially for those of you who are new. When you see something happen so much, you can't sit there and just ignore that, right? It's worth paying attention to. Above 599, and I'm trying to be as exact as I can. It looks like 599.45. We have a nice move. Our first target would be 602, right? Same floor. You're just repeating the same sauce, right? Same floor, same resistance. And above that, then we can start looking at the gap. But it still has to have the juice. We'll scalp there, Juice. I actually don't hate Nike right now. And if you were to take Nike off of the top of this structure right now, as we speak, you know, that's about the only place that you have. And if you take a longer expiration, let me go look at my... If I was to target $90, this is a good opportunity to answer a question I get all the time, right? When choosing contracts. This is a weekly setup, right? And I'm aiming here. How far am I going out? I'm likely going to, because I'm dealing with a weekly box, that's 2 weeks. Because I'm dealing with a weekly range, I'm going to go ahead and add a month, right? That's a lot of price action that's needed. So when I look at this and I look at the chain, I immediately start looking out towards April and May. Right? Those are the two. And what I would like to avoid here is that when we start to hit these targets, again, that you could go with something closer in the money potentially, but when we start to hit those targets, I want to have 25 days of expiration, and you'll hear TTI talk about this. I want to have 25 days of expiration and more, really, as cushion, because if I haven't quite hit my price target all the way, those could start to depreciate. But they're not bad priced. 95s are really far away. So, you know, it's kind of tough to compromise. You can't really do the same thing that you do with these weekly contracts because you're not just dealing with pure IV. This is underlying asset. I kind of like that setup, though. Yep. It just punched back. So, you know, you have 74.63, and then you have to look to your left. I see 75.42 for today.
Yeah, the March 21st or 95s or 90s or 36 cents.
Yeah, they're not bad. If I went to 95, though, I'd add another week. Straight up. You're playing with fire. You can still hit, but that's taking out the element. So your brain, right? If you're trading with the shorter expiration contracts, going overnight, like that's a weird brain switch because now your brain, where you're looking, you know that you can play within a certain range of the target, like maybe $3 or $4 ahead of it. So that way you can get that low price contract, compound, and see the return that you want to get. But in this case, right, the only way, even if this did shoot up to 90 in 2 weeks, right, you would see IV be a factor at that point. But that would be crazy. But if we move slowly but surely up to that target, inevitably, it would be mostly the underlying asset, right? Depending on how it moved. Jesus, Snow. SPY's holding up really good. I wouldn't be mad at it. So this is, I mean, that's bread and butter right there, folks. Look, you punch through this tiny little box. Look at it. This is This is just an example of those fractals that I talk about. Look at that. Double wick off a cost basis, right? And you come down and you touch, and I would assume that on the 5 minute, yep. Look. Now look at it right now. If you're looking for an entry, you're using the top of that, you know, as a stop loss, 598.63, and then you have, unfortunately, a target directly up above it, but now you have empty space underneath you, but you bounced off. So this is where you can make definitive statements. Underneath 596.75, right? We fall. Where we fall? It would be, well, to the next, I'm on the 5 minute, remember? So to the next target, which would only be 596.27. And then at that point, you could see a reversal to 595, which is taking into the empty space underneath you. But the, yeah, and that would be just simply to the bottom. So, yeah, I think Meta has earnings this week, did he? So, honestly, you want that too because you want that chop. Look at Baba holding up, guys. I'm still in Baba, so don't be scared to set a stop loss underneath you, somewhere where it makes sense, right? And you can take Baba again. Gotta get over that fear. Hey, hey. Hey, I'm good. How you doing? Please don't remind me.
For snow,
182.
Fantastic, thank you. It's because I swung 200s from last week and they're up 357%. So
Incredible.
the move today was really helpful.
Yeah, I bet. Talk about a surprise. I wish I would have seen it, to be honest with you, because when I look at this, I see a box, I see a bounce off the floor, and then you pull yourself up to cost basis to close the day green, then you gap down back on top of it. I mean, and there's nothing but empty space up above you. I would have played to 173 and let runners run, and with this kind of momentum, you know, I would have held on to a decent chunk of it. I have FOMO on it. I have been tempted to chase it multiple times, but I don't. Because I'm me. I'm him. No, I was kidding.
Good discipline, man.
He's disciplined.
And you know what the worst thing is if I would have chased it, I would have been rewarded for it, which then would have integrated it into the things that I do again, and I would have then had to unintegrate. I would have made a bag, but it's the effect afterwards, right? Once I do that and I get rewarded for it, I do it again next time, and the reward, I mean, you guys see just as how fast things rip, things are going to come back down in the same fashion, so. But that is a, well, I mean, where did I say this? I said it at cost basis, I think. Yeah, and I said if you want to take it, it's above 178. So I don't know how much you would be up if you would have taken it from here to here. I mean, it wouldn't have been bad. You'd definitely be green, but
I got in around like the 176 area when it was bouncing off cost basis last week, and then I just held.
yeah.
I was swinging into this week, and then we dumped, and this fucking pushed. So
Yeah.
I guess it worked out. But
Yo, MU guys, diabolical. The price action that we're listen. There's going to be so much money to be made on this stock. The way that it whips, the way the MU moves makes it one of my favorite semiconductor. Fuck Bob or AMD. I mean, AMD has its days, but this will have comparatively ridiculous. I mean, look at that. You you don't even get a chance to react. You close underneath 104 on Friday, and then you gap down, flush the floor, and then now you're sitting at the top of the box. Now, it has earnings. So you have a immediate target of 102, but looking at how this thing whips, I wouldn't doubt 111. And then to the downside right now, you have 88.13, and that could trigger. I mean, you're again, the weekly is really where the analysis is predominantly the most important, and you just have this massive area. When MU breaks out of this box, it's not as favorable down as it is up. I would like to play it up, and I'd like to see 127 and 130 to the upside. But anyway.
We've been talking about that for way too long now.
Mm-hmm. Jesus, Snow. Stop. We're hurting inside.
No, don't tell it to stop.
Oh.
Dude, look at Nike, man. These contracts went ham.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Oh, that's a big 4
I ended up going to the March 21st 90s, and I went with next week's 80s.
I'm up 16% on Nike right now. I grabbed $90 contracts for May 16th, which is the longest expiration contracts that I've gotten in a long time.
I just couldn't bring myself to spend that much on it. I spent $500 on the 90s.
With a long expiration like that, I have time to react. You know, it gives me time. That's something I can just hang on to and chill. And looking at the 24 hours is not as attractive as the weekly. So I'm playing the weekly, which is just find a good place. God damn it! Look at that. Look at that. How many people do you think saw that little resistance outside? They thought it was a immediate rip after that. Let's see if it can though. So look at it tickling. I love doing this. That was a beautiful little punchback. So for anybody who follows, right, that is a 5-minute punchback, especially those of you who are new. So this strategy can be applied to every single time frame, and when it looks as clean as that, look at the floor. So look at the characteristics of this box. I'm distracting myself from Snow. Do you see every single candle closing right on that floor? And I could even tighten it up a little bit, but right up there, 597.58. Bounce, candle close, obviously breaks. When it moves like that, right, you got to go ahead and get your contracts ready. I mean, if you're playing the 5-minute. And then, yeah, I mean, beautiful break. You see the target above tapped, and then now you see the top of that red candle wick being retested. So you hit the floor on Snow. What do we say? 182, right? Yeah. Hit 180, 194. Hey, Ivy was talking. Ban him, Ivy. Ban him. Forever. I'm just... Open the right hand.
Can you send Ivy a new mic?
Why? This is a good mic.
All the way up, and I can barely hear her.
Ivy, yell into the mic. Holler.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear her just fine.
She's kind of low.
I do have her volume turned up all the way though. Click right click on her volume or on her name.
I have her all the way up.
If you need a new mic, yeah, let me know. Yeah, what a good TP point on Snow, dude.
Yeah, I had 2 contracts. I just sold both of them. Just gonna take my profit.
All right, let's see if we have the juice today to get it done.
I do got that 4-hour to 185, but
Yeah. Oh no, I was talking about Spy. Sorry, I switched subjects. Little ADHD turn up for you. 599.66 on the 4-hour here.
these politicians bought into it.
Ridiculous, huh?
Is this all-time highs for it?
I think what we're really realizing now is how much power we let these people take from us, man. Even from town hall meetings to being involved with your community to all of that shit.
Speaking about that, do you mind taking a look at Temp?
Who?
Temp, TEM. And see if you like it as a long term.
I just swore you put a P on the end of that. You said temp.
I don't hate it, but I do. Let's see.
Pelosi's on it. She ripped it, and it came back down.
It needs to break.
Long-term contracts on it.
Yeah, above 58.58, I see a $77 target, and then a potential break up to the 90s.
Do you like? I was looking into it more like as an equity. Or you think?
I mean, I can only give you what I see in the, like on the with the channel. So long-term stuff, it would be, yeah, I mean the same analysis, or even just looking at it as a weekly box, which has you at cost basis. So same analysis, just different time frame. So closing green up against that, right? And you have empty space underneath you, so it's like something where you could come and retest that 42.82. This is where the signal is at. So, yeah, I would be watching. But if I did, that's up to you whether or not equity from 50 to 95, is worth it for you. How much can you buy and what's the risk or reward there? So.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna ask that to myself too when I talk to you.
Why no more TikTok? I got banned. What's today? I think I'm on ban tomorrow. But I like streaming on YouTube a little bit just because people can go and watch it all back easily. I like a little drama. I used to watch soap operas when I was a kid, Huh?
VIX is still tanking. I shorted the VIX. Apple's is still running.
My account looks beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, SoFi is starting to look up here above 1645. Let's see, 5 minute. Yeah, little channel up here. So I could see a retest of all of the earnings stump 1717.
Did you hop out of SoFi?
Yeah, I climbed out of most of those. It's just sitting sideways. I don't think it's gonna dump today. If I want to take it, I'm gonna take it tomorrow. So.
Hey Potter, can you take a look at Shopify?
Look at Apple, dude. My goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yep, to the bottom of that green candle. Well, right here is one target, 228.50, and then 229. Yeah, look at Bava, guys. Good job if you held on. It never went red for me, so never went back to my entry. I don't know if it still might, but it's doing its job right now as far as bouncing is concerned.
Yeah, I'm glad I told everybody to hold.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here. Bruh. What are you gonna turn into that snow guy? Or that guy on Snow. He was like, remember when I gave you Snow? I'm like, what?
Come on, the guy that
I gave you
did
that
like,
snow play.
come on, the guy that did that like 4 days after we had already been in snow.
Mm-hmm.
Happens a lot.
Yeah, 229.61 to fill the gap on Apple. That would be my final running. Well, you decide where you want runners. So,
Who's getting the Snow Award?
yo, Shopify with a ridiculous bounce, setting you up for a nice rippy up to the nippy right here. I think 111.38, and then I mean this is the third time up at this resistance, so you could be looking at another retest of the box above right here. I would say 113.32. I like that. Has earnings this week? Oh no, it doesn't.
My lab just
February 11th.
my lab just had a bad or a dream where she was running from something and she was howling and then she ran herself right off the bed.
Jesus. AO was singing in his, actually Peyton last night left the office on, and I'm laying in bed, I'm like scrolling, and she left the office on and she's laughing to the office in her dream. No joke. She's dead asleep, like, and I just hear giggling. And then I'm starting to like fall asleep, and then I hear a little kid's voice singing in my house. And when I tell you, like, I got cold, like I was creeped the fuck out. So I get up out of bed. There's no use grabbing a weapon if it's a ghost, or especially a little kid ghost, fight it with a lollipop or something. But I opened my son's room, and he was singing in his dream, and then he woke up immediately, and he just started, like he was like, yeah, that's why we have to get that. And then he was like, wait, what am I saying? Like he literally stopped dead mid sentence. He was like, wait, what? And I was like, I didn't say anything, bro. I think you were dreaming. He was like, yeah.
Have you seen that couple on TikTok where the wife sets up a camera every night and that's her whole TikTok is her recording her husband's
Conversations. Yeah, there's a.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, he's like, there's a bunch of, he's like doing a job.
Yeah, he's like, I think I'm gonna take the engine out of this car, and then I think we need to sell this car, put the 2JZ engine into the Camry, and it's just going on and on and on.
Yeah, it's funny.
Just sleeping through it.
Hey Potts, I got here a little late. Should I just rewatch the whole morning video? What happened with SoFi? I had to work this morning.
It dipped down. It got close to 100%, but it doesn't have the juice to go any further than that. So I went ahead and climbed out of that position. Baba worked out a little bit, but the contracts updated so slow, and really didn't do much. But I'm still holding on to Baba right now. And if it does punch under its current bounce floor, I'll be getting out. So SPY's up against, I think a lot of us are in the ETFs, as SPY is had a little 5-minute punch back here on a lower time frame to get us up to this wall here, or excuse me, this punch back right here at 596. But we're looking to see whether or not this one has the juice to start moving towards the imbalance around 600. So, well, excuse me, 601. But it is retesting a 24 and 4 hour top.
So you're looking to see if basically SPY can push up a little bit more for today.
I mean, it's a tall order, dude. I think tomorrow it will be a lot easier. I think we could be done for the day. I personally speaking, it's hard to see when you look at charts like this the full story, right? Because in reality, what you're seeing is this. Hold on. Do you see that? If that's not that happened today. So to ask SPY for more, it's going to have to grind. And it has to do it without a catalyst. And it has to break over this 4-hour, 24-hour wall in order to do it. And that's where we're at right now as we speak. So.
What do you think of this craziness? What about this move? What about this deep seek stuff? Did you talk about that?
On Friday, I mentioned my suspicions about the Qs, that the downtrend that we were potentially playing at, and I talked about sitting like this, and sitting in between, right, using that top as cost basis, so that it was definitely an area to speculate with empty space underneath us for a move down to 520, and I swung overnight. But just as a hedge, which worked out because I'm paid for today. Not crazy because, I again only was able to grab 10. But yeah, I mean, what do I think of this craziness? I think they knew about it. I think the market was set up the way that it was because of that. And I think that there's going to be moves made to maybe even block this Chinese chat GPTs, another TikTok security risk or some shit like that. But I think all I care about right now is the fact that this just opened up an incredible amount of playing field. Like literally, this is now our playing field going into FOMC. So it leaves us with the opportunity to grab really far out of the money contracts on a day where we're expecting a lot of volatility. So that's how I feel about it.
You like then?
I do. I love it. Anytime the market is moving like this, it's an opportunity. Even if I don't get it, like, even if it's not like I didn't catch it to my full capacity, a big move just opens up the opportunity for another one. It's when we contract that I have to shy away. But I mean, both of my guns are I got my hands on both of my guns. I'm ready to shoot. So.
Would you take Mara up if it?
Yes.
Reclaims 19 here.
Yes. I would take Mara up to 2250.
I just didn't. I'm thinking about adding, but I want to see it close above 19 on at least the hourly, dude.
This is God's perfect chart, my friend. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. Like you're that right there. It's just showing you, that open of that candle. You go to the 2 hour. Look at that. I mean, that's a hard nut. 1 hour, delicious, right? 15-minute, delicious, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can get in this thing pretty early off the 15-minute chart if we can close above 19.
I don't like the bounce here. I'll be honest with you. This is the third-ish bounce, or maybe you need to come all the way down to 1850 because you're kind of grazing it right now. But this price action, yeah, it needs to pick up in speed.
Yeah, Bitcoin and all of crypto is doing the same thing too. It's ranging.
Mm-hmm.
It's consolidating. So, crypto had a big ass fall last night. We made an ass of money last night.
Saw that. I had an alert on Bitcoin for some reason.
Yeah, we traded Solana. I took it down from like 245 all the way to 230.
Yeah, dude, crypto was fun.
You still didn't message me, Cade.
I thought you were added on there. I can't add. Hang on, let's see.
Yeah, I actually last night, like before going to bed, I tried to catch XRP off of a bounce, but I was a little bit too high. I lost $5 off of it because I just put a request in and a stop loss and went to bed.
You want to know one of my toxic traits? I want XRP to fucking crash.
What the fuck?
Why do you want XRP to crash?
Listen, for the last listen, for the last like almost decade, I have been listening to XRP deep throaters gag on a non-moving coin. It's applications, it's lawsuits, it's listen, it just is annoying. It's just annoying. I don't have a good reason. That's why I said I'm just being toxic.
I will tell you this: that community is ridiculous. They're all like, "It's going to 1,000." Like, no, it's not.
I watched the guy on TikTok last night. This is no joke. He had like 800 people watching him, and he said, "Guys, I'm telling you now, there's no possible scenario that takes XRP under $3. I am going big here." And everybody on there was like, "Yeah, we're all going big." I took shorts.
No shit. Listen, the streams at night for crypto are crazy. They have like thousands of people. I'm about to just do analysis at night.
Just put XRP on yours and watch the difference.
Oh, I know. Oh yeah, crypto's hot right now.
Yeah, and the other thing too is those people they are insane. They're like they think it's gonna go straight up, and it's just like, and I just keep trying to tell them like it could pull back to $1.50.
Oh, the XRP people are saying that it's going to replace Bitcoin's price, and then this lady, I watched this lady's video. She goes, and don't worry about people talking about the market cap. That's because if the market cap of XRP goes that high, it would be like worth the whole world or something. I forgot what it was, but it was like some astronomical. There's not enough money in the world. You know, so like, and maybe I'm wrong, and that becomes the global fucking currency, but not right now. We're about to have World War III first.
Yeah, and the thing is, XRP does have some really good use cases and all that, but
Sure, yeah.
it has to stabilize first. It's not like, why would you send money, large amounts of money, using XRP right now when you could lose literally 50% in one night?
That's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, what it drop by last night? Like a third? Like it dropped $1, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it was big.
Yeah. So I was trying to catch the bounce, and I missed it by 20 cents. I should have went to the bottom, to the next level down instead of the one. But I mean, like I said, I literally did like, I think I did like $25 at 75x, but had my stop. Like I was just trying to, you know how you can sometimes catch that like exact level. That's what I was trying to do, but I went to the middle of the box instead of the bottom, instead of the next level down, basically.
Looks like Rivian hit target.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you add a member to like a group DM like that crypto DM that we got going on? It won't let me add. Dude, I was gonna add dude, but it won't let me add him.
I can figure it out.
It's full. We got a max number of 10. The limit's 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why you can't add him.
I'm not part of the.
How can you add more?
You're not cool enough, man.
Seats taken.
Who can I kick out?
While you guys are doing that, hey,
Kick admin out.
What's up?
What do you think about so Nvidia dropped what, like $10 overnight or something like that, right? Do you see the volume that people are buying it at though right now? It seems like that's a lot of volume people are purchasing Nvidia at. Do you speculate on things like that?
On the volume of things? No. Because here's the thing. If it has enough volume to go back up, then it will move back up, right? Buyers will show you. Like volume, when you see high volume, right? High volume can be both the selling and buying. It's just recording, right? That volume back and forth. So it's not, you could see. Wait, really? Oh, yeah?
Konnichiwa. Wait, no.
Nope. Fucked it up. Go ahead. No, I would just stop. Ni hao. 1 second, guys. Sound like a fucking locker room. But anyway, with NVIDIA, I would want to see something get recovered. And right now, if you look at the 4-hour, it's showing that sellers are pushing. I mean, you go look at where this last 4-hour wick comes off of, it's moving right around this floor. You know, it's trying to push down. So I would say that it needs to find more volume and find buyers and then start regrouping and then rebid on that price later on. So little channel there.
That's a nice gap down, though.
It was a big guy, nice gap down, but I need to see, you know, at minimum 127. So, wow, Rivian, holy shit.
Yeah, Rivian's going crazy.
Oh wow, we talked about this, didn't we? Last night. If anybody watched the video.
Yeah, some more equity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm juicing. I like it. I like the way they taste.
Yeah, I still got all my equity. I should have added some more, but I got all my equity. I still got March. I got a few of those March 21st $20 Rivian calls.
I got a few $14 calls left.
I'm still in Baba till the end of the week.
Oh yeah, me too. Can't stop me. Well, you can, but
From what people are saying, they're looking for like 101 for Baba this week.
are you listening to other people, dude? You cheating on me, bro? Oh, nah. Hold on. What do you mean by that? Give me your phone. No, I was kidding.
I'm clearing my history first. Hold on.
You're a lot lizard.
Oh my god.
I just read posts on Twitter. This is literally the only place I would ever.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm not that. I'm not that guy. Listen. Listen. 101 being a possibility would. Let's see. Let's look at what we see first. Almost want to give it that wick because you double wick off of that. If they think 101, then I say 106 or even 107.
This week?
No. This week? Oh, they think this week? Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Wall Street's bets has it at 100 this week.
I'd say 94, but I mean, what the fuck? I hope they're. I hope they're right. Yeah, what? No.
I hope they're right.
For once, I hope I'm wrong. That's a lot to ask. Let's see. Let's look at the.
That's what I thought. I was like, hey, at least we're in there, and they're saying 101, so whatever.
But that's the thing. If you're saying 101, then it goes higher. It doesn't stop at 101. What are they basing that off of? Like, what is 101? 101 is right. Okay, so it's a previous one wall, but I moved that up to 103. 102.
I can't remember the chart he had on it exactly, but it was just a Twitter post, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it should go to this spot this week or whatever they were analyzing. A few people had said it.
There's 112 at the top. We'll see. We'll see.
Dude, Sentinel 1, man, my contracts are going off. The S contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing's been amazing.
Look at Baba, dude.
I know. Look at S real quick. It looks good.
Cade, you still holding those CSX calls?
Yeah, they started coming to life a little bit.
Dude, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it didn't fall below where I told myself I was going to get out. And so.
Yeah, S has a box on the 4-hour 23.85 punchback. Then you have a floor box this area at 25.25. What the fuck, SoFi? Do you see that, guys? That was crazy. It just wicked 17.
You know, like SoFi.
It has its moments. I know.
You did SoFi though, right?
Huh?
You said you're out of SoFi though, right?
I did. Yeah, I'm just watching it. I know I was waiting for this retest up here at 17 to see what it's going to do. I'm curious on whether or not it goes and reclaims something today, or if this is a retest and maybe it does have more downside. I think inevitably, yeah, I want that. There's a lot of downside on SoFi right here, 1362, 1138, 1135.
I still have some of the puts.
I mean, 24-hour candles closing underneath still. So with that retest there, if it can't go and climb up above that level, that candle stays red. So.
Potter, could you look at Google, please?
Sure.
What the fuck is that on Apple too? No, do his Google.
Thank you, man.
What a nightmare.
NVAX.
I was talking hella shit about Meta and what was it? Apple, dude, Apple. Like, I just don't see the growth potential in that stock.
That's the thing, man, is everybody has an opinion on fundamentals when it comes to stocks. That's why I just leave it. You know what I mean? It's only price. I mean, I would agree with you, dude. It's worth, like, if it never split, it'd be worth more than the Dow or some crazy shit like that. So, you know, yeah, I personally don't put too much input on or stock on short-term price action related to that stuff. But I mean, yeah, ridiculous amount of value there. Overvalue.
Meta too. Like, what the fuck does Facebook do for anybody?
That's a great question, my guy. I mean, they have Instagram. That's a huge moneymaker. Facebook ads. They have the marketplace, Quest.
The MetaQuest sales were outrageous.
Were they?
I can't believe Facebook is still here 10 years later after it got so crushed. And I can't believe it's still like
If they hadn't cozied up to the government, they wouldn't be here. That's my opinion. They would have been replaced. But they absorbed Instagram. That was a survival strategy for sure. And they have lobbied very well. They have lobbied for its banishment. Zuckerberg put a lot of money into trying to get the right people to make the right decisions for Facebook, and because TikTok, dude, we talk about this a lot, but when I go on Instagram, I literally see trends from last year just now catching on Instagram. So it's like real-time news, like people news. It's not like these news networks and people who are cozied up with the government, you know, because there's a lot of people who have channels and they'll like go and be like, hey, you know, which is well recorded. We know this, but anyway.
Well, the thing is too with Meta, real quick, they invested, I think, millions or maybe $1 billion on AI. That's why I think it got it going.
Yeah, I don't. It'd be so cool if they fell, because I don't know how or why. It's a terrible AI, and that's how, dude. Can you imagine spending that much, and then China turns around and for the cost of one executive in your company, they make an AI that rivals it, if not better.
Is even better and sold more.
Yeah.
On the App Store right now.
Yeah, I might go get it. I don't know. Anyway, Google, what a rough go, man. I'm telling you, this thing, I mean, and you know, obviously with the wicks and everything, you're sitting on cost basis. You pulled yourself back up after bouncing off of the green candle close at 190. Well, I'm pulling my desk up right now. So, I mean, what is the direction from here? I think that all is reliant on whether or not, and I can't give you a yes or no in these conditions. I can say that, yeah, you are leaning more up, but it is 197.14 that must be recovered, and that gap fill must be successfully punched through, and that would set you up for a pretty nice run. On the flip side of this, you got to know where you're coming from, and you're sitting perfectly on top of that box. So that's where you go down.
And is it, I know that the bounce off of the cost base is like powerful, so that's kind of why like I was intrigued in it.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of where my thinking was coming.
Google wants to keep going sideways a little bit. You know what I mean?
Has earnings in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Earnings next week.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So if anything, that's what you want. If you want a big earnings, then you need to have big consolidation, big contraction, big expansion. Oh my God, my back. So yeah, I mean for earning.
That 1850 you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if it can go touch 1830 and bounce.
Baba's trying too, boy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're all right. What do you think this is? Library?
Yes.
Raise your hand, everyone.
Yeah.
This is the library.
That's how that. I mean, if I don't know if we will end up, but there's if you go to the stage I could only share. I can share one screen. I think it's up to 300 viewers, but you have to raise your hand to talk, which is funny.
Those days sucked.
Hey Potter, can
Yeah.
you look at NVAX?
Yeah, sorry about that. NVAX, Invax, Novavax. Oof. Yikes. Let's see. Weekly's a little bit better. So it's obvious that there's a channel here. See if I can find it. I think that's it right there. So you are very tightly bound inside of this box on the weekly. So upwards movement relies on a 990 candle close against or above. It is, like I said, tightly wound inside of this consolidation. It is already wicked up and filled empty space up above you, making a lower high. So while it is holding up right now, it's probably down here. There it is on the hourly, where we can potentially solve that wick because we can't really see anything on that time frame. So we would go here. Of course, cost basis at 972, and that could open you up to go and retest 1080. Jesus Christ. Huh? Wow. So that's crazy. I think you have a little bit further to go to the top of this candle here. And I think you bounce at 205.80. If you don't, then I mean, fuck, AVGO. But I feel pretty confident, and even if it's just temporary downside and or retesting that happens after that, yeah, if you flush that, there's nothing but yeah, no parachute. 187. Empty space. Each. I hate this song. as long as it's not the fucking vibe. Like, gives me anxiety. All right, so Toast needs to re-break back out of the wall that it was before, which is around 39.72. Above that, you have no structure, like at all. So you need good volume, right? And the only structure that I can find is here on the 15-minute, where you have a small pre-market box at 40.85. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if the risk to reward is here for me. I mean, again, if it's there for you, I don't know what the contracts are at, but you know, at most, I think you get 42.20. So, but right now, you don't have that signal saying you're above where you need to be to keep going up.
Do you see Lulu?
Did I see Lulu?
Yes, please.
That's moving really well. On the 24-hour, it's just wicks. Yeah, I think we are looking at this box here. So you're right up against that 406 mark. Let's go to the hourly. Okay, so that kind of changes things a little bit. So right now, I would be aiming for this top at 419.50 to tap it for the third time. And at that point, you're going to be looking at whether or not it has the volume or closes there. If it closes up in these wicks, I could see a pretty, there'd be a good chance for this to get into the 440s. But that's what's required right now. And then in order to stay up, you need to stay up above basically $400 even.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Baba is looking like it's testing the resistance
Yeah.
now. At the...
I'm not even watching it, man. I'm literally just setting an alert. I don't.
It's like 90.80 right now, or 90.75, and it's literally testing basically like the 8 a.m. resistance zone there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks.
It's got to break through, right? Or it's gonna get rejected there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna have a problem. That's what we wanted, but with the empty space underneath it, yes, I mean, we got to go 91.10 and get a break here. So, what was I just looking at? So 3M, which I think this is a pretty cool chart. You bounce off of the previous cost basis that you punched through because your new high was 150, and you rejected that twice now. Today, right? Not exact, but right around that 151, basically 152. So this is something that you need to, be here on the 2 and the 1 hour. And you need to be looking for a candle close outside of this range. It looks like underneath you can use this because that's where you're holding, and that's 150.15. All right, I'm going to take this one. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. And then I'm going to go eat. Try and let Baba cook. I'm going to stick with my analysis that I gave previously on Uber. If you watched the last night's YouTube video, we talked about the taps on the floor, right? It's trying to go and close on that floor, struggling. But after the third tap there and then a gap down, actually, wait, what? Oh, that's crazy. So we talked about the two possibilities on Uber. Yeah, damn, holy shit. So we talked about A, bouncing down, which, damn. And then we talked about whether or not it could potentially use that to punch back. So now that didn't take very long. It was only in one candle. So now I'm looking at basically right around 70.72. NNE. Well, this is either a retest to bounce or you went and hit a target and it's underneath 32.75 that it needs to, that it doesn't need to go if you're looking up. And you can see there's a little bit of structure here, probably a 15-minute box. So I would be looking for a bounce here. And upon that, which you're bouncing, and upon that bounce, this needs to be recovered. If you can do that, then you can maybe go and see a little bit of a recovery. But there is empty space. So underneath 32.40, we're looking at a leg down. So, all right. I will see you guys. I might hop on actually in just a little bit and come back. Baba, it's doing okay. We're on our way. Q's, I know some of you guys swung. That was awesome. SoFi didn't work out. It's okay. It is what it is. I was able to get it out of that one for no loss. So that's the best and most beneficial thing here is, while it doesn't work, it was still low risk and it still didn't really hurt at all. We have a lot going on at the end of the week, towards the end of the week. This is where my focus is again, just repeating myself. A lot of good movement today. So going into tomorrow, we need to be looking at these swings into the rest of the week. I'll look at IWM really quick. Yeah, faded. Okay, so this is where that lower time frame comes in.
I got fucked on that.
Yeah, it needed a higher time frame close in order to kind of solidify that close. You left empty space underneath you. You could actually see a reversal now with a bounce off of that 227 and clearing that empty space back up above you. But it looks like you built a box at cost basis. You did. So, yeah, a little fucky right there. Let's see the 24-hour candle. So it's the end of the day that's going to matter the most, right? You bounce off of where you would basically go short, right? And you're trying to hold as of right now, and we're going to likely see this floor retested, but 226.75, right? And the faster you fall, the better, which you can see it didn't really take too much time to fall. So this could lead to a decent reversal. In fact, here's your box nearest to you, and you're bouncing off of the top of that. So I would be looking for a grind back up. What's up, man?
I missed some of your analysis on ABGO. Right now you're at 206.07 right now.
There's a channel bottom. You're literally going in. Why does this channel fucking move? Every time I leave the chart, it moves. Hold on. Fucking stupid chart. You're here. And this is these two candles open and close at 205. So, as you move down, there's a little stutter of candles. And as you move down even further, you see the box, right? And the floor is right here at 204. So under 204, there's a chance this keeps going into tomorrow. But because you've fallen so fast, and you did leave, well, yeah, you fell pretty quickly. So for now, right, watch how it behaves at that target. And if it does, or is able to bounce, and I can see maybe the potential for a channel to form here. That's not it. That's not going to be the channel. But anyway, that's about it, man. That's all I got. Otherwise, I mean, we're looking at 187. So right around 204.33 and 205.50. Yep. Huge drop off of that third rejection, though. All right. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Obviously, we're looking at these 24-hour candle closes towards the end of the day, so don't get sucked into smaller zones like this one. We're looking for 24-hour setups going into this really volatile week. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Real quick, any of you guys, did you guys grab Baba, the 93s or the 94s?
95.
95.
Ooh. The 94s have almost 8,000 of volume. Just an FYI. But thank you, Garrett. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you have a great part-time job.
It is. It is great. I don't want to sit in front of my computer all day. That's the whole point. What is there freedom in that?
Not at all.
Not at all. All right, guys.
Dude, I so much. I'm trying to get there.
That's what I want.